far as that fight went, I tended to use Cloud the most, but I know you mentioned that you like to use Tifa. I actually use Aerith more than Tifa, but I use Aerith very strategically as a healer.
Yeah.
Right, so I built her ATB up just so I can use Prey a lot. But I don't know how you are. I am constantly switching between characters in every fight all the time through the whole game.
So I might switch, but it's a strategy thing. So like I almost always start with Cloud. And then if I figure out that it is advantageous strategically to switch to another character, like for example, there's a flying thing, I'll switch to Barrett because he's a ranged character.
Because range.
So it's all strategy based.
But you kind of stay on the same character.
So with this fight, for example, and by the way, my strategy is the same for just about every fight. So the first thing I do is I do the assessment on the characters to figure out where their weaknesses are.
Yeah, me too.
And then all I did is I locked on Elena and just used her only to build up my gauge and then would cast fire at Rude in the background.
Okay.
Off screen, because that would weaken him and then eventually stagger him and let the other characters wail on him, and I didn't have to worry about it. And so now granted, I don't play on hard mode, I play on the story mode. So I don't want to pretend like I'm some super like action RPGer, but this fight was super easy for me just because of that.
That's interesting. So when I first played Remake, I tended to play more as like one designated character and only switched when the game kind of made me do it. But then I played Remake on hard mode. And when you play hard mode, you cannot play that way. Like it will not allow you to do it. So you have to switch constantly between the different characters so that you're kind of driving attention toward different people and you have different, techniques. You can't use items, so you got to use healing. Like there's so many reasons to do it. So you have to be switching constantly. And because I played Remake on hard mode, that became my battle style for Rebirth. So I am constantly switching between characters the entire game. And the way that I do it is I'll build up, like I'll start out with Cloud, right? And I usually have first strike materia on him. So he's already got an ATB basically filled. So then I'll assess, right? I'll assess right away. And then I will switch to the next character, build their ATB up to just 1 or 2 if I need to. And then I'll start using an ability or casting, and then I'll switch immediately while that's happening, and then I'll build up that person, and then switch when they start doing their abilities so that I'm not like missing any beats. I'm just constantly switching and hitting and switching and hitting. The difference though with this particular fight is that while I do that, I tended to stay away from Tifa, or at least I was on her for less time, because I feel like I keep getting hit easily with her. I haven't mastered her. I haven't really tried to master her, but she's just not my favorite. And I know some people wail with her. Like they're so good with her.
If you know what you're doing with her, she's
awesome.
She's really good. Yeah.
And I remember liking her a lot in Remake. I don't think I've put in the time to really get used to her here. So yeah, anyway, so the fight wasn't hard either for me.